This is probably the last day of the season that Puff is going to go outside. It's starting to get a little cool. Uh, at this time of day, it heats up nicely in this part of the yard because the sun is really strong. The sun is very good for his bones. It helps reptiles metabolize calcium. So after today, a little bit, I guess later in the day, I'm going to take this big cage and I'm going to move it into the house. I have to spray it down, just make sure it's nice and clean. And I'm going to bring it into the house. Mina's going to get Puff's big cage, and Puff's going to spend the winter in his large cage. He's not happy in a small cage. He's happier in the big cage. I'm hoping at some point in time later on down the line I can house both of them in here, but if I can't, I can't. So enjoy your sun. This is going to be it. Mina's getting her daily bath. She's getting a little bit better with the biting. She no longer snaps at me to take her out of the cage because I stopped giving her the worms and handling her. She still gets her worms because she just loves them, and she's getting her crickets, but I don't associate it with my hand at all. And she also doesn't get worms until she's been held. If she snaps at me when I'm handling her, which is getting to be pretty rare now, it's maybe a couple times during the week where she's gotten a little bit confused, she will then go back into her cage without getting a worm. She's starting to associate it. Poor baby is nice and thirsty now. She's going to get Puff's big cage, so she'll no longer be in the 10-gallon. She's getting too big for it. They like a little bit of running space, and since, like, with Puff, I can put him on the ground and he can run around, especially in my living room, which is a sunken living room. It's kind of like a gigantic cage in itself. He can't get out of it. I can't do that with Mina yet. She's too tiny and she's too agile. Puff's not that agile. He's getting older. He's slowing down. You all done? You done drinking? When they're done, they puff themselves up. They put their head up. That's her coloration. She's not blackening. That's what they do when they're older and they're agitated or they're sexually stimulated. That's just the coloring underneath her natural coloring. You're a pretty girl. Yes, you are. Okay, it's time for her to go back in her little cage, which is nice and warm. I just had to share this Etsy shop with everybody. Is a woman named Annie's Coloring, and she's on Etsy. When I took a look at her stuff, the first thing that surprised me is that her prices are unbelievable. I'm about to do a flip through of one of the flower books. She's a fantastic ink line drawer. I did contact her and I asked her, like, where did you get your training? What experiences you had? Just like the basic questions. She is self-taught. What I love about these flowers, well, first of all, one of the books has 25 pages. That's the one that I have. What I love about these illustrations is they're open. They've got just the right amount of detail, but not too much detail. And I've said it in the past, I like to do my own shading and coloring. I don't want a picture that's overly detailed, unless I'm doing grayscale, that's different. But a line drawing that's overly done often has lines that just don't jive with your shading, because a lot of artists that are doing coloring books, they don't realize that a hard line is the end of a structure, and that's a black line. In a coloring book, you're looking for the soft lines, which are the lines that are blurred, the lines that go from one color gradient into another, where a hard line will separate structure. So any coloring book that adds in hard lines for their soft lines, the pictures are never going to come out good. So that's when I found this book. I was so excited because the pictures are so open and so clean looking. So as you can see, as I do the flip through, each one of them screams, color me. And another thing that I loved about it is it was only $3.70. Seriously, $3.70 for 25 really good pictures. I totally think it is worth it. I'm about to start a demo on it. I've chosen the lilies. Here is my inspiration picture. I found it on Google. I wanted to do something that was a little bit different too as far as the colors. I'm tired of lilies being pink and white when I know that not all lilies are pink and white. So I found this great inspiration picture and I'm going to match up the colors. Today I'm going to do the leaves. Now let's talk a little bit about the leaves on this picture as we're moving towards my demo. Leaves are individual. What I see a lot of people doing with their leaves is that they make them all the same. No leaf is the same as another. They should be treated as completely different structures. Now, you might use the same colors, but you don't put your highlight in the same place. On leaves, the sun is striking the highlight in all sorts of places. You don't have the same highlight running through a bush. The light is so dispersed that what I see a lot of people doing is getting into a routine, putting the highlight in the middle. But if you look at leaves, the highlight's not always in the middle because of the tilt of the leaf. So have fun with this if you're going to do these pictures or pictures of a leaf, and just do them different, and you're going to see how much fun doing this is. Where leaves, on the other hand, a lot of people are like, oh God, 1,000 leaves on the page is going to be boring. The colors that I've chosen for my leaves, I have dark green, light green, neon yellow, grass green, 50% French gray, 90% cool gray, and black. After I was done with the leaf, you also have to think of the imperfections on the leaf. No leaf is perfect. There's always a little brown spot, a little bug bite, something on the leaf that makes it not perfect. So I decided to add in a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of sienna brown, just because I'm feeling the end of the season. Lilies are not blooming right now. So I'm thinking of this picture as lilies that are about to be done. The season is over. So I started adding in some browns, and I really like the way the leaves came out. In my next vlog, well, actually, it's going to be 2 vlogs from now, because the next vlog, I'm going to be finishing up another picture. The next time I work on this, we're going to do that really, really rich purple and orange in celebration of Halloween. So I will see you in my next vlog. Enjoy. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, hit that like and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell for all notifications. For another video just like this one, I recommend this. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Keep on coloring.